Well, my case was open like 2 years ago, and like due to COVID and all that, like they stopped visits and all that stuff. But there's a lot of things they left out, like with because they want to adopt my kids. You know, that's what they're going towards. I'm not okay with that. Like, but if it has to be that, you know, like, oh, what can I say? You know, like.
All right, we're back. I'm attorney Vincent Davis. This is The Secret, How to Fight CPS Win, and I'm joined this evening by my co-host, attorney Jennifer Ani, and social media influencer, Miss G, Georgette Truan. Ladies, we're going to take another call right now. Leonora from California, did you have a story to tell or a question to ask?
A question or a little bit of both, actually.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, my case was open like 2 years ago, and like due to COVID and all that, like they stopped visits and all that stuff. But there's a lot of things they left out, like with because they want to adopt my kids. You know, that's what they're going towards. I'm not okay with that. Like, but if it has to be that, you know, like, oh, what can I say? You know, like, but like a relative of mine will try to get the kids, and they said she didn't pass background. Well, she had a current boyfriend, and she helped him get his kids back, and she passed background for his kids. So I don't understand why she couldn't pass background for my kids.
You know, what I would suggest is you look into that law with your attorney that Miss G mentioned earlier.
My attorney really hasn't really helped me out at all in my case.
Okay. Well, I want you to Google SB 354 and read that law and show it to your attorney, because it will help in passing background checks in the future.
Okay.
It's a brand new law.
That?
Miss G, what was the name of that law? SB what? Maybe we lost Miss G.
I'm here, and it's called the Nancy Skinner SB 354.
So, Leonora, what you want to do is you want to Google Nancy Skinner and put in Nancy Skinner SB 354, and then get a copy of that, or copy it and send that link or print it out and give it to your lawyer.
Okay. Well, when it came down to it, the reason why they want to adopt them out is over a bond.
They're saying that you don't have a bond with the child.
There's two of them in the system, and they're saying that I don't have a bond with my son.
Well, you can ask your attorney to make a motion for a bonding study to prove that you do have a bond with the child.
He told me he couldn't do anything. Like he literally didn't fight for me at all. Like, and I took it to trial and everything. Like, and I told him like with my bond, because my daughter, she's a little bit old. Like, she's 4 and he's 2. He's been in the system since he was 2.5 months, and the whole COVID thing and all that. Before the COVID started, they stopped my visit. My son had just learned how to walk. And then COVID happened, and I didn't see my kids here for like 6 months. And then it went to videos. I started saying, you know what, this is not enough for me. My kids, how can I have a bond with my kids? Or they're little, they can't stay on the phone for so long. Like, so I started pushing the issue about me seeing my kids in person, because they're still little, like, and like my daughter, like, she'll have my, like, when we start seeing him again, he would cry a little bit, but I'll hold him and I'll put his head against my chest so he hear my heartbeat or whatever, and he'll calm down and he'll be fine after that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit he'll cry because he wasn't used to me, like after we stopped seeing him because of the COVID and stuff. So like, I mean, I didn't complete like all of my stuff, but I did have one of my certificates done. I did summer classes. I had 2 weeks left, but my child support had a hold on my Medi-Cal, so I had to fix that, and it was a process. I had to wait for that to clear up and stuff, and they told me I couldn't go back. Like, I had to start all over again with the outpatient and stuff like that.
Well, let me ask Jennifer. Jennifer, do you think she has an argument to make regarding COVID and not being able to visit and form a bond with her son?
I do. I would argue that she has not been provided reasonable services designed to reunify her with her children. As well, you definitely need to get a bonding study because new law, Cadence C, changes the parental benefit exception, and a bonding study is relevant to that exception and the new way that courts are supposed to approach that. But, this story breaks my heart because it's so common. The department has not provided reasonable services during COVID. They just haven't. Mm-hmm. And, it breaks my heart. I can hear it in your voice.
Tell me a little bit about the new case law, Cadence C.
Sure. So it used to be, at the hearing where they determine a permanent plan, when adoption is favored, a parent has a right to raise certain exceptions. For example, a sibling exception. There's also the parental benefit exception. That exception used to have evidence that a parent acted in a parental role to the child, which of course, as in this caller's case, can't be done because she hasn't had an opportunity to demonstrate a parental role. So the new law, Cadence C, changed that to showing more detriment. So they've taken the obligation to show a parental bond or a parental role. That is no longer the standard. That's been taken out of the equation, and that was an impossible standard for a parent to make, especially one like caller who hasn't been given an opportunity to be around the kids.
Right.
So my daughter, a bonding study is relevant.
She knows us. Like, she knows who mommy daddy is. She knows mommy daddy, like it was just my son they're saying the bond was for.
Well, then you have an argument that they should keep siblings together.
They're keeping them together. It's like, I feel like, because they're saying like the dad was not no part of this at all, when that's a lie. They left a lot of things out. The whole thing's a mess, and I just don't know what to do at this point. This is my first CPS case open. Like, I have 5 kids. My 3 oldest ones are with their dad, and my 2 youngest ones are in the system.
Hey, Leonora, this is what I want you to do. I want you to give us a call either tomorrow or Sunday. Ask for Miss G, Georgette, and talk to Georgette, and she will try to find out if we can help you at all in this situation, okay?
Okay.
Our number is 888-888-6582. Leonora, I want to thank you for calling in. Call us back in 3 or 4 weeks and give us an update on what's going on, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Alrighty. Hey, Jennifer, I wanted to ask you, how is the new case, how is that different from what the law used to be?
Well, so I thought I will pull it up right now just to make it clear. But the main difference is that the parental role, it used to be you had to establish, in order to prove the parental benefit exception, a parent had to prove that they acted and are seen by the child as in a parental role, which is an impossible standard to meet, especially with COVID, when parents aren't given adequate visitation time or given video visitation instead of in-person visitation. That requirement is eliminated by Cadence C. So the other requirements, that they have substantial visitation time, in other words, the parent can't really miss visits if they want to prove this exception, and that they're appropriate and they've made progress in their case plan. The other difference is it used to be the parent had to show that they had completed the case plan. That's no longer the case. A parent has to have made substantial compliance, but not necessarily completed. And the parental benefit exception understands that a parent may not be able to resolve all the problems by the time the case is over. And so that requirement is also eliminated. Now, of course, we're talking about whether or not we're terminating parental rights and moving to adoption or another permanent plan. And so the parental benefit exception doesn't necessarily mean that the children are returned to the parents, it's just that parental rights aren't terminated.
Aren't terminated. Okay, got
Correct.
it. All right, got it. Thank you for that explanation.
1 minute.
So if anybody has any questions with respect to facing a termination hearing, termination of your parental rights, please give us a call. 888-888-6582. Ask for Miss G, Georgette, and see if Georgette can hook you up with a meeting, telephone meeting with me or Jennifer. All right, so I think we have to take another break right now. This is The Secret, How to Fight CPS and Win, and we'll be right back after these messages.